All right. It looks like we're streaming.
Okay. Let me. According to this, YouTube says we are.
Okay. Uh, okay, we're good there.
All right. Pulling us up on YouTube. All right. Sound all right?
Okay, I'm good there. I'm good. All right, we're good.
I like this. I like this music.
Yeah, it's kind of chill.
It is.
All right. In any case, let's go ahead and get into it. Hey guys, welcome back
All
to
right.
Geek Theocast. We've been on a little bit of hiatus. Part of that's me, part of that's Jason. Jason just graduated with his MDiv, and if you guys actually don't know how
Oh, I
hard
don't
that
have it.
is,
Yeah.
if you guys don't know how
Yeah.
hard it is, it's like 4 years of grueling schoolwork.
Yeah, it's quite a bit, but honestly, as hard as it was, some of it was easier than others. Um, but it's good to be done. Like, uh, it's not just that I'm off for the summer. It's like I'm done. I'm done, and that's pretty cool. That's a really good feeling. But check this out, okay? And you can appreciate this, Steven. I
Okay.
haven't told you this, um, but really, ever since for the last few weeks, like even a week or so before I officially finished, um, and timeout for I, my family and I drove all the way to Virginia. I got to walk, and then we went to Virginia Beach, made it a vacation. My parents were there, my in-laws were there, of course, my girls were there, and so we had an all-around good time. But check this out, Steven. This is what's amazing. Okay,
Okay.
I just want to say God is so good. Like seriously, so about a week or so, kind of started about a week before I finished, but really, especially on the trip. Um, just about every day I had some sort of encounter where like God just opened the door for like a divine
Appointment.
moment. Um so yeah, divine appointment. For example, we drove halfway uh the the first Wednesday of this month. We drove all the way from Houston to Auburn, Alabama, and the guy working the front desk is a spiritual person, religious person, you
Yeah.
know, but like we kind of more like secular religion. He's more kind of universal, kind of embrace, a little bit of everything. But it was just crazy because we had a really good talk about things, church hurt, Christianity, the Bible, even like into Islam and stuff like that. And so it was just kind of cool. Another time, my wife and I were at a pizza place because we also celebrated our 13th anniversary. Went to this pizza place,
She stole you
and
from me.
the lady working the front.
What?
Sorry, she's prettier.
Why
Still
are you showing
is.
so much
Sorry.
Hold on.
affection for each other? It's weird. No, we're friends. I mean, we're best friends. You know, it's like what is that word? What's that one word? I saw that one video.
Am I good? 'Cause I can't see anything.
I mean, what?
Anyways, so
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just know
we
that we're
told the
next
lady. Well, that's fine. But anyways, it was interesting because the lady we told the lady it was our anniversary and told her why we were in the area, my graduation, and so she asked a religious question. Is a certain group considered Christian? And I was like, well, let's break this down. And so I was just explaining it, and so that was just really cool how that happened. And then the other day I went to visit a friend. He's back in the hospital. I won't say his name, but Steven, you know him.
Yeah.
Back in the hospital.
Why?
And same reason.
Oh,
It came back. Yeah. Anyways, so I park and I walk to the elevators, and there's a lady standing there, a little bit, probably about 20 years older than I am. She's standing there, and the elevator door opens, and she gets in first, and I get in. And so we get in the elevator, and she presses the button to go down to the skywalk. And so I just randomly was like, hey, how are you today? And she goes, oh, I'm all right. How are you? And I was like, oh, I'm good. And she goes, so why are you here? Or who are you here to visit, I should say. And I was like, oh, it's a friend of mine. And I explained the situation and all that. And then we got out of the elevator, and I asked her, I said, so what about you? What's your story? And she told me, she goes, oh, well, I'm here for my dad. And then she kind of took a moment, and like you could tell, like the emotion was just really hitting her. And then she just started to tear up and just tell me the story. Her dad, a few days before, was just fine. And then, like, all of a sudden, he's not talking right. He's slurring words, he's forgetting words, and all this stuff. It was just, very heartfelt. And I was like, can I pray for you? And she was like, absolutely. And it was just so crazy how it was just this God ordained moment. And I'm not saying it's because of this degree that I got. It's crazy how ever since like I got it, like the Lord is just opening up these doors, and it's amazing. And so I don't completely know what the future holds, what God's gonna do with it, but I know that there's gonna be something great. So I'm glad I'm done. I have a lot more free time, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. Family time. Been spending the last couple of days, especially with my daughter. But yeah, no, I'm excited. So doesn't mean I know everything, but at least I know a little bit more than I did when I started. Okay, a lot more.
All right.
But anyways,
that's kind of cool. So here's the deal. Me and Jason talked this week, and we've decided on a couple important things we gotta let you guys know about. We are going to do like we used to. We're going to do 4 weeks, at least 4 weeks, sometimes 5 weeks of a same subject. So like we're going to be talking about this month and the rest of this month and next month. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite shows. I've been looking forward to this series for about a year. When me and Jason started talking about it, and we're doing Phineas and Ferb, and I'm just so excited.
yes.
Jason, I have just a heads up. I have attempted to do genetic engineering specifically for this podcast.
Nice. Have you found a dodo bird yet, or
No,
located Frankenstein's brain?
I have not found a dodo bird. Okay,
but We got 104 days because summer, you know, a lot of people are graduating, school's ending, so we got about 104 days. So we better get going. We're gonna do all this stuff.
All right, so let's get into this. I'm excited about this. In other news, real quick before we get into it, 2 weeks, Reign of Jafar is coming out. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So not this Friday night.
Yeah.
Not this Friday night. Because this Friday night, or even, I think not even next Friday night, but the Friday night after, if you guys are in Texas and you want to come play card games with me and Jason, come to the Alameda Mall and hang out with us. That'll be fun. But
let us know and we'll meet you there.
Yeah, seriously.
And obviously we'll be taking our regular decks. No, I know it's a pack thing, but you know, we'll bring ours.
We'll still probably end up playing like we normally do.
We'll end up playing. Hey, I ordered some cards the other day. It's great because my daughter wants me to build her a deck.
You were telling me.
So obviously she's not. Yeah. So if you spend $5 or more, you get free shipping. And so I bought like 66 cards for like just over $5.
I don't want to hear your deck.
So of course
I know you.
Well, for her, I just more of found someone, I guess a store or a seller that had a bunch of that had a few things I wanted, but also had like Rapunzel stuff from Encanto and stuff like that. So I think she'll be excited with what she's got. So yeah,
I'm excited to see her.
But anyways, I'm excited too. I've been seeing the a lot of the stuff for the new decks, the new starter decks. So they look all right.
I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, it's.
I kind of want
to. I think they revealed all of them, or just about.
Yeah, but this expansion I kind of just want.
To
blind.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, let's get into this podcast because maybe we could talk about Arcana and nerd stuff.
Let's jump in.
Yeah. Okay. So.
That's who we are.
Yeah. All right, guys. Welcome to Geek Theocast, where theology meets pop culture and regrettable decisions, like my life. No, I'm kidding. Today we're talking about Phineas and Ferb and how they master the art of stewardship. But first, Jason, I have to show you the most amazing thing. I have successfully...
All right, what is it?
I have successfully done genetic engineering and made the world's first Q carrot.
Oh my word, are you kidding me?
It's a cucumber.
Wow.
It's a carrot. You aren't sure what it is.
I don't think that's being responsible. I don't think that's responsible stewardship.
Listen.
I think you might need to work on your genetic engineering.
No, okay, listen to me. Listen to me. If Phineas and Ferb would approve this, they built a roller coaster in their backyard. I do genetic engineering. The world ends, which leads us to today's topic. How we use our talents and creativity for God. Say it with me. For God. Except this is supposed to be for God. So love the world. For God. Oh, wait. How did he do it? Langston.
You gotta get Pentecostal preaching in here.
For God.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you have to add AH to every word. For
God. So for God. All right. I'm just saying, genetic engineering.
All right. Well, let's jump in. Phineas and Ferb remind us the importance of stewardship. Using our time, our talents, our creativity, using them wisely. They don't waste their summer. They could just sit around all day doing nothing, but instead they do stuff. They're building, they're inventing, they're creating. It's amazing because at their age, I mean, anything. I know I'm not as smart as they are. None of us are. But it's amazing that they like every day they're doing something. You know, like I just wanted to chill. I just wanted to watch cartoons or like go to my grandmother's house. I remember being a kid going to my grandmother's house because both of my parents worked. So my grandmother babysat me. I'm just chilling, run some errands with her. Okay, whatever. But like Phineas and Ferb, like they're doing stuff. They're not wasting their summer. You know, scripture really teaches us the same lesson. First Peter tells us each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. Serve others. Use these gifts. Serve others. Don't just be lazy. Do something. And it's great because their creativity isn't just about fun. It reflects what it means to steward our gifts well.
Exactly. If Proverbs 13:4 says anything, it says the soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. Isn't basically describing their summer? Then this isn't describing their summer, then I don't know what is. Those kids hustle, and I mean hustle. Meanwhile, Candace is just like, hey, Mom, the boys are building a title sequence. Mom, Phineas and Ferb went to the moon. Mom, Phineas and Ferb are getting back love handle. Which actually was kind of legit. But Candace is just wasting her energy all on tattletaling.
Oh, my word. I mean, they do remind us that God gives each of us different skills and opportunities. Which he has. We as the beauty, we all have different skills, different talents, different things we're good at. But we have to, it's up to us to use it. And not just use it, but use it well. You know, stewardship isn't just about money. We like to think being a good steward, money, like handling our money well, but really we have so many resources and we need to be able to spend it in the right way. Check this out. I heard this thing the other day and I thought it was crazy. It blew my mind. Okay. It was something like time is the only currency that we don't know our current balance of. Okay. It's true.
Yeah.
You can't get time back. You can't, you know, you can get money back. You can get other resources back, but you can't get time back. And so we need to make sure that we're spending every moment in a good way. You know, it doesn't mean you wake up early in the morning and just work, and then you go to bed. Enjoy the day, yes, but still be good stewards. Hang out with your family. Do something fun. Enjoy life.
So Jason, let's take this up a little notch, okay? Bam! Let's take it up a notch.
Okay.
What if Phineas and Ferb are basically the modern day Solomon? Okay, stick with me. Think about it. Tons of wisdom, engineering geniuses, and their kingdom is their backyard. Ecclesiastes 9:10 tells us, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. Sounds like they're wholesome. I'm just saying, okay?
I mean, if you want to compare them, let's compare them. Solomon built a temple.
Right.
Okay. Took a lot of time. That would have taken that would have taken years.
Okay.
It's crazy to read the Bible and it's like Solomon built the temple. And we don't really think about how long it took. Okay. He built the temple. Phineas and Ferb built a giant mechanical treehouse in what, mere hours?
Same concept, different.
So not only did they build something, I think your theological leaps just crashed. Just like your little carrot pickle thing, that whole idea that you have.
It's a cum carrot.
Oh, look, there it is.
It's a cum carrot. Sir. It did not. It works perfectly. Looks like a carrot, tastes like a cucumber.
So then my question is, with that, can I put it in a jar of vinegar? Will it become a pickle carrot?
No, carrot
Will it
pickle.
still be a carrot but taste like a pickle?
Yes.
Or... All right, whatever.
All right, Jason, you're not seeing the grand vision of this thing, okay? Listen. If you're going to say my bioengineering crashed out or rocketed out, then Jason, how do we live out Stewardship? If Phineas and Ferb use their summer to build roller coasters, then what do we do with our time, sir?
Well, you need to stop duct taping blenders to skateboards.
No,
That
sir,
would help.
I didn't do that. I bioengineered a cucumber and carrot together.
Yeah. Okay. Well, don't do that. That's just
Aluminum foil may have been
weird.
involved.
Yeah. Seriously though, God gives us resources, abilities, and time. Our job is to use them for His glory, whether it's through teaching, through creativity, hospitality, even like leadership or service. We know in Matthew, Jesus gave the parable of the talents. And it's actually one of my favorite parables because it teaches us that God expects us to multiply and use what He has given us, not bury it. I love the concept because it fits so well with life. If you haven't, if anyone hasn't read if they're unfamiliar, I should say, with the parable of the talents, pretty much Jesus gives this parable, this story, and He says, look, there's a master and he has 3 servants. To one he gives 5 talents, which is money. He gives 1 5. One of them he gives 5. The second one he gives 3, and the last one he gives 1. And he leaves. He says, take care of these, and he leaves. While he's gone, the first guy, the guy who had 5, doubles his. He has 10. The second guy doubles his, and he has 6. The last guy takes his, buries it. Sometime later, the master returns, and the guy, he says, all right, you took care of my money. Let's see what you did. And he saw that the first guy had 10, and he said, good job. The second guy he looks at and he says, you doubled yours. Good job. He doesn't get mad at him because he has because he has less or anything. He said, hey, I gave you so much. You doubled it. You did what you were supposed to. Good job. The last guy, he said, you're worthless. How dare you just not do anything with the money? And so he casts him out. He throws him out. And the whole point is everyone gets a different amount of talents or whatever resources or whatever you want to use, but we're called to make the most out of what we have, what we're given. Some people are going to be pastors of multi-million-dollar churches, have a congregation of 10, 20,000, and that's great. And some pastors like myself are going to be pastors of churches where we only have like 10, 15, maybe 20, on a good day. But God's just going to simply say, hey, make the most out of what you have. That's being good stewards.
Absolutely. So whether you're preaching or creating, or yes, even designing a backyard roller coaster, remember, God's given you those gifts for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. So we need to remember, ultimately, that stewardship is about more than handling finances. It's about how we live every moment to glorify God.
Exactly. And if Phineas and Ferb taught us anything, it's that creativity can reflect God's glory. See you next time on Geek Theocast.
Well, hold on, we got a challenge. We can't forget our challenge.
Where's our challenge?
Can I do it? Can I do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I do it?
Because I don't see it. Go ahead.
Sweet. Okay. It's on there. All right. Here's the challenge for everyone. I think things got moved around. Here we go. Here's a challenge. You ready?
Yeah.
Buckle up, Steven. You ready for this?
All right.
Commit to using your talents in a purposeful way. you're artistic, create something that glorifies God. If you love teaching, share a lesson with someone. If you're good at organizing, help someone who needs support, like me. Whatever your talent is, take one intentional step to use it wisely. Just like Phineas and Ferb, just like they build every day. Except if you're Steven, don't mix veggies together. Cough, cough. I mean, I guess that glorifies God. I don't know. Anyways, but that's our challenge. That's the challenge for everyone. Use your talents in a purposeful way to glorify God. And you know what? Okay, Steven, I'll give it to you. Have fun with it, okay? I know. Just have fun, okay? If anyone can have fun with their talents, it's you.
I'm not going to say anything to that. I'm just going to leave that alone. All right. So that ends episode 1 of Phineas and Ferb. Jason, am I mixed up here?
So, what do you mean? So, I think what happened is it has episode 2. Episode 2. And then I think what happened is like it has 1, then 2, then it has the challenge and the closing for 1. And then it has 2 again with the challenge. So I don't know why.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, it looks like 2's on there twice. It's like 1, 2, challenge 1, ending, and then 2 again.
Okay.
Anyways.
Trying to think if I have enough time. But I only got